Hey, it's David here from AI Coterie, and in my first video here on the channel, I made a quip about the fact that you can buy prompts online from people, and it was sort of unfair of me to make fun of the idea because getting prompts are actually quite useful. In fact, I sell prompts, but I sell them in the context of teaching you how to use them and how to navigate around them when you run into outputs that don't necessarily meet your standards. There are, however, a lot of prompt packages that have impressive numbers, like buy 10,000 prompts or 15,000 prompts for some sweet deal, $37, $47. And a lot of these prompts are actually quite useless. I'm going to show you in this video a list of prompts that I think are not the most useful, although I'll show you how to use them. And then I'm going to show you a set of prompts that came from a fellow YouTube channel here, and the difference in the quality and the value that you get for them. So let's first take a look at this list. Now, there are a lot of people who are selling a few hundred or a few thousand prompts for ChatGPT that are going to help you accomplish something. And when you look at this list of prompts, it's actually not prompts asking ChatGPT to generate something. What it's really doing is it's asking questions. Can you teach me this? Can you teach me this? What is going to be a good way to approach this thing or that thing? So I'll give you an example. Let's just use this very first one. What is the AIDA? That's AIDA, attention, interest. Now I've totally forgotten what the D stands for, and action. Decision, I think, is what it is. And let's go ahead and put that into ChatGPT. I'm going to use the 3.5 version just so you sort of see, even if you're like in the free version of ChatGPT, what you're getting. So the output here is actually quite useful. It explains what AIDA is. In fact, it'll tell you that I was wrong. It wasn't decision, it's desire, right? And so this is sort of useful because it's the beginning of a process of teaching yourself something. So then you have to know what to do with it next. And that's really where the challenge of using these types of prompt packages comes into play, because just like with any prompt, you have to sort of figure out, okay, well, now that I got this output, how do I follow up to get more value out of it? So you can say something like, that's great. How can I apply this to selling, furniture, which I've misspelled apparently, furniture here in Portland, Oregon to, and I'm being very specific here, by the way, but not too specific, to young families who have just decided to stop renting and buy their first home, or house, I should say. House. And let's spell that correctly as well. Okay, so there you go. Now it's going to give me a little bit more information, and the question of like, what is it? Now I can start applying to my business. So in this case, it's telling me, it's actually not telling me. Yeah, it is. Okay, great. So attention, begin with a headline that resonates. So transform your new home with stylish and affordable furniture. And then it's telling me sort of how to support that by utilizing visuals and highlighting any specific features. Then it's telling me, what the interest is, what to do with that, address the specific needs and challenges of young families may face when furnishing their home for the first time. It's telling you to how to deal with desire, and it's telling you what to do with action. So thank you. I always like to be polite here because I think you get better output. And actually, somebody did a study where they actually proved that being polite got better results, or at least they believed they had a bias toward that. So thank you. And then I'm going to ask it, can you give me an example of a short ad that puts Ada to work for my store. And I probably should give it more information. David's Furniture. By the way, of course, I don't own a furniture store, or I would know how to spell furniture. And I think that's fine. It'll make up the address and stuff, but great. So certainly here it is. And so attention, Portland families, make your new house a cozy home with David's Furniture Mart. Are you ready to create cherished memories in your first home? Our wide selection of stylish and affordable furniture is perfect for young families like yours. Discover quality pieces designed for modern living. From comfortable and versatile sectional sofas for family movie nights to spacious dining sets for hosting unforgettable gatherings. We have it all, right? And it continues on and it tells you, okay, now you should visit David's Furniture Mart. And as I said, it doesn't know the location. It would probably make one up, but it actually just told me to insert one. And then at the end, it summarizes. This is something you'll always see ChatGPT do, is it'll tell you now, here's what to do with it, or here's why what I've just done is valuable, or all of that sort of thing. It's sort of like there's always a conclusion statement, unless you tell it not to do one, and then there's a chance that it won't do it. So I think this is kind of useful, but now, right, I like it, but it's sort of vanilla in flavor. And don't get me wrong, I like vanilla, but it doesn't have a lot of flair. So that's good, but I want a real Portland vibe, and we'll see if it knows what I mean, to the tone and style of the ad. Can you find the right voice to speak to a... I don't know if it's going to know what I mean by Portland, so I'm going to tell it. Young, progressive family. Now, I don't know what it's going to do, but let's say this was in fact my business, and I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's an okay ad, but I'd love it to actually speak to a different audience. So, hey, Portland families, ready to turn your new crib, I don't know that that's the right term, into the ultimate cozy haven? Look no further than David's Furniture Mart. Welcome home to the land of hip neighborhoods and tree-lined streets. That is true. We get you, fellow young adventurers. That's why our kick-ass furniture collection is designed to blend style, affordability, and functionality seamlessly. Kick back and bond on our comfy sectional sofas. I'm not sure that it's actually getting the Portland vibe. Not quite the right tone. It's a bit too... I don't know what the right word is. Young in the tone. I'm not sure that that's really right. And not enough hipster. Maybe that's... I don't know if that's actually true. And hippie. Those are two very different things, but... I'm going to just see what it does, try again. Now, I'm just playing around with this, but you can see how the back and forth operates here, right? All right. Calling all Portland families, unleash your home's true essence, where vintage charm meets modern comfort. Okay, now it's starting to get the right vibe, or at least get closer. Congratulations on your new digs. We're here to help you curate a space that's as unique as your record collection. Our groovy furniture selection will transport you to a world where reclaimed wood and sustainable materials reign supreme. Okay, so do you see how much it actually has changed from where we started out? Now, remember at the very beginning, I was just asking, what is this AIDA, this AIDA thing? I didn't even remember what the D stood for. And we've already gotten it, after sort of a little bit of back and forth, to a place where it's giving us a much, much more dialed in personality, the language that it's using, the terms that it's using are really very much more focused on the type of consumer that I've sort of tried to tell it we're after. So that's, I think, a really useful approach to this. Now, I'm going to show you one other way of starting this, and it's by contrast a completely different type of prompt kit. This is from AI Advantage. Igor over at the AI Advantage channel has been really delivering some amazing videos. He was one of the people I was watching back in I think early December, when I started to pay attention to the ChatGPT phenomenon after being an active AI user with Jasper for a while. Now, I want to just show you his prompt library here, and let's go to copywriting, because copywriting we have just been doing with the AI ADA formula. He has this collection where he gives you a formula and then he gives you some examples of the formula. So let's say in this case, he's got create a type of output, basically type of text is what he wrote, that showcases a specific product or service, highlighting a specific benefit. So let's take this, and I'm gonna take this. Oh, advertisement. That's perfect. That's exactly what we were working on before. So I'm going to go grab that. And let's go back over to ChatGPT. And let's start a brand new chat here. And in this case, I'm going to take out video, but an advertisement that showcases a... Actually, let's just leave it as is, because I think you'll get the principle, even though I was going to change it to the furniture store, but let's go ahead and leave it as is. So you know what? It assumed that it was a video, even though I didn't tell it, because when it said, create an advertisement that showcases, it's going with, it's giving me the opening shot, it's giving me a voiceover. And so I could say, well, no, I actually didn't want that. I want a traditional newspaper type advertisement. And let's see what it gives me there. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now here is a full page advertisement layout with a mix of text and visuals, and it's telling me what to include here. So you can see how when it doesn't give me the right thing, I can actually just say, no, you got it wrong. Here's what I want instead. Now I can say, that's great, but I only have 1/8 of a page for my ad. Can you make it concise, but I'm going to use the word punchy. I don't know what that really means, but let's see if it knows what I mean by that. And let's see if it recognizes that I want only about 1/8 of the output. It gave me probably that amount, and I might say, shorten a bit more. Shorten a bit more, and make text a paragraph. Now, actually, I don't, because that is not the type of ad that I actually want. So shorten a bit more. Let's just leave it at that. I could give it more instruction, but I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. Actually, it's about the same length as what it gave us the last time. But here we are. So we started with this much more comprehensive output. First, we started with a video ad. Then we started with this pretty lengthy output, although that would probably be appropriate. Now, I haven't read any of these. Then it did another one. And then finally, it's got healthy meals delivered fast as the focus here. A mouth-watering image. Okay, so actually, most of this is not text, right? Most of this is... So there's an image, mouth-watering image of Fresh Eats meal, perfectly plated and ready to enjoy. Convenience meets healthy eating. No time to cook. Fresh Eats delivers nutritious meals to your doorstep. endless variety. So this is actually not too much text potentially for an eighth of an ad, or an eighth of a page, although I sort of think it may still be. So we then have to like move all this stuff over to the layout and see how we can get it to look. And if it doesn't look good, then maybe the thing that is the least compelling, I might just take out of there. But you can see how we can get something, really quite good from here. Now, if you look at the prompt here, you'll notice that there's a few things missing, like the name of the business, or if it's a local business, what area it's serving, because if you remember back to the other prompt that we did where we were playing around with a Portland furniture store, I could actually get it to reference the sort of vibe and style of people in this area. And so if, we were doing Chicago and we wanted to have a healthy meal option for people who are regularly exposed to steak and deep dish pizza, it probably would be able to play on that concept and really speak to the Chicago audience. So those are the types of things that you want to look at when you're playing around with these prompts. Hey, if you're interested in learning a bit more about what we do over at AI Coterie, please come visit us. We have a bunch of courses, as well as implementation of marketing strategy using AI. You can find us at aicoterie.com.